Welcome back to the STRIVECast.
Season 2, 36.
Yay! Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Season 2, episode 36. Should we introduce ourselves? Noel, you want to go first?
Wow. Mariah Carey over here.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, wow.
Joined us. Here,
Yes.
I can change his name to Mariah Carey, but the viewers won't see anyway.
I said Noel Thompson.
Sorry, Noel Thompson. And who do we got in the green shirt down there?
I am Whitney.
Oh.
Mariah Carey and Whitney.
Wow. And Whitney Houston. Amazing. Thanks for joining us, Whitney. And who is our producer number 1? That didn't work last time.
Lucy.
There she is.
Proud.
A pizza co-host.
Yeah.
We got Susie. And who's our other producer, Susie?
We got Miss Whitney.
Whitney. There she is. And we have our sound and video engineer, Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Hello.
And downtown Peter Brown.
Mm-hmm. And downtown Sarah Brown.
Downtown Sarah Brown.
I'm
And I'm
not.
Olivia. So we're all here. Gang's all here.
Yeah.
And we have a very exciting guest today. We have the CEO of Nami Maine, our former sponsor for the last 2 weeks. So we are really excited to sit down and chat with her about the incredible organization that she runs and all the support they give to a lot of fellow Mainers in our state. So looking forward to that. But first, should we check in? How are we doing? Noel, how are you?
Awesome.
How was your past weekend?
Felt like JB Beautiful outside for the weekend.
JB Beautiful. Justin Bieber Beautiful.
Do you know what that means? Do you know
I don't.
what that line from Bruce Almighty
Oh,
when
I don't remember it.
when they throwed him outside? JB Beautiful or something like that.
I love you, Pete.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Love you too.
Are you related
Oh, yes,
to
yes, Whitney as well. And I'm Whitney.
Hello, Jeff.
I thought you were Whitney.
Yeah. You love myself.
Yes, I'm Whitney.
I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Where's
I haven't
Jeff?
seen you guys in person for a long time, so I'm really
Oh,
Yeah.
I know that. I know that. Pete. I really like your beard.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else we need to say, or should we get on with the show?
You got perfect.
Yes, Olivia.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to make fun of me about before we move on?
Yeah.
I said to Olivia she has perfect teeth.
Ah,
Thanks.
You're awesome, Pete.
thank you, Jay.
And Whitney and Olivia.
Thank you, Jeff. And Ryan and Susie and Noel.
And we'll be white. What?
Yes, Noel's ready to move on.
He's ready to move on, Jeff. We'll be right.
We'll be right back.
Please welcome Jenna Mehnert. Yay! Welcome,
Thank
Jenna.
you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
This podcast.
Yeah. Noel, you've got the first question, right?
Yes, I do.
Great. Go ahead.
Okay. Here. Oh. Let us
I think
tell us about Nami Maine. What do you guys do?
Oh, that is a really big question, but I will try to make it make sense, but I might fail, but we'll see. So our mission is to provide support, like support groups and talk support, education, and then advocacy. And that both means legislative advocacy and individual advocacy, like helping someone get access to the right kind of service to anybody impacted by a mental health condition. So that's really broad, but the way that I kind of describe us is that if you think about the mental health system, the education system, workplaces, like all those kind of formal structures. I describe NAMI as the grout between the tiles because we don't provide clinical services. We are not an official system. We work to fill in the gaps and to serve as bridges between two systems that don't talk to each other as well. So our mission is to provide education, support, and advocacy as part of the largest grassroots mental health advocacy entity in the country. But it breaks down as we're kind of the grout between the tiles, connecting people to what they need.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys really do amazing work. So we're glad to have you here and glad to learn more about it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Jeff, over to you for the next question.
What is your role like as the CCO?
As the CEO, yeah.
Well, no day is the same. And unlike a big fancy entity where the CEO sits in an office and kind of doesn't engage, I'm a social worker. And so that means my days are different. Anything from doing a training, like I do mental health first aid, to different groups of people. And it's kind of like basic first aid, only it's about mental health. Or I could be testifying on legislation because I do all the agency's lobbying work. So I could be testifying on legislation. Or there are families that call us when their child is struggling to get adequate schools resources. And I might be going to an individualized education plan because nobody really funds us to do that. But when it comes to kids who have mental health diagnoses, we feel that we need to step up when families need support. So it could be any of those things in a day. I also talk to lots of reporters about kind of anti-stigma kind of efforts, or I could be just managing staff kind of working on different projects. So no day is the same, which is what I like.
Yeah, absolutely. We are semi-familiar with days like that. So sounds awesome. Noel, back to you.
How did you come to for Nami Maine?
Yeah, how did you come to work there? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, I turned 50 this year, so I've been lots of ways around the road. But I grew up in Orono, and I went to USM undergrad, and then I went to graduate school outside the state of Maine. But my first job was actually investigating child abuse in Lewiston, Auburn. And I really thought I would always work on issues related to kids. And then I ended up working in a lot of policy roles, trying to change the system because I'm kind of a big mouth. And so if something's broken, I have a hard time just working inside a broken system. I'm not very good at that at all. And so I work for the mayor in New York, the mayor in DC, and the governor in Pennsylvania on children's policy issues and system change efforts around mental health. And so I actually came back to Maine because I have a child who's on the autism spectrum, and growing up in Maine is a really comfortable, safe place compared to some of the big cities I lived in. So I chose to come back to Maine 7 years ago so my children could grow up in Maine and have that experience.
Yeah, wow. Well, we think that's a great choice. Jeff, back over to you.
What is the best part of your job?
The best part?
Yeah. So I think that's challenging because it's people think because when I talk to people and different roles I've held, and those 3 roles were all kind of politically appointed roles, and I always say my greatest professional accomplishment ever is a woman by the name of Missy, who I have her permission to say this, and a woman by the name of Missy, who was one of my child welfare cases, who I've maintained a close relationship to, and she is a happy, successful, awesome mom. And that's just that to me, the fact that my intervention had a role in that makes me really proud.
Yeah.
So the best part of my job is definitely it's not as frequent as I'd like it to be, but definitely when I feel like I have successfully supported someone in a way that will be impactful in their life, you know, so that I feel like there's something that's happened that's truly going to make a difference. I do a lot of legislative fights and I do a lot of, you know, kind of policy or system work. But I know that there's one person whose life is better because I was able to engage with them. That's always the best part of my job. I would have always stayed in direct practice, except as I said earlier, I would have gotten fired because I just can't deal with systems that don't work in people's best interest.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that is a great best part to have. Sounds like definitely nice to be able to make a difference for sure. Noel, your turn. Flip side of that question.
What is the most challenging part of your job?
So my goal is really to ensure that in my role, ensure that mental health has the same sort of respect as physical health, and that we don't stigmatize people for their challenges, and that our society really does stigmatize people all the time and make judgment based on mental health in a way that they don't based on physical health. So I get frustrated a lot, and I get frustrated a lot from lots of different perspectives because people, as collectively as a society, we often don't realize how much we dismiss and belittle the impact of things like trauma on people's mental well-being. So if everybody in the world could say, so can you tell me what's happened in your life rather than what's wrong with you, I would be really happy. But we run around saying what's wrong with them instead of what's happened to them, what's their story. So that really, that's gets me very frustrated.
Yeah.
And angry about it, you know, that we can't kind of have that understanding that we all have a journey.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's a great way to flip that narrative and that question. That is a tool we can all use going forward. I like that a lot. Jeff, back to you.
Okay, Olivia. If you did not work at Nami Maine, what would you do interested?
Yeah, what would you do instead?
Yeah, what would I do instead?
Well, at some point, I left working inside government because my child with autism needed me to be much more available. So it's my goal to go back. I mean, if I want to build systems that respect the inherent dignity and worth of all people and meet them where they're at, being an advocate is one way to do that, but being inside government is another. And so at some point, that would be a goal of mine. But I'm pretty picky about who I would want to work for. And I had a great mentor who was a woman who really empowered individuals with the ability to bring their voice and their experience forward and have government be responsive to that. When I worked for Governor Rendell. I feel like the answers come from individuals with lived experience, which is a big part of why I'm at NAMI. The answers don't come from a bunch of folks sitting in a room who think they know. It comes from the people who live that life, whatever that challenge is, saying this is how we can make a better system. So it's my goal at some point to have the ability to continue to effectuate change in systems, and hopefully at some point back inside government when that's right. My child with autism will graduate from high school next year, and so we are moving further along the journey towards independence. So
exciting.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah.
And that's a great, I think that's a great philosophy that we try to use too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Noel, over to you, friend.
Okay, tell us about new programs
And created
during COVID-19.
Sure, absolutely. So we've done a couple things during COVID-19. One of them was to ask clinical mental health providers if they were willing to donate their time to do mental health check-ins for free with people. We got over 40 clinicians who said they'd volunteer their time to just have a conversation with someone. So we already operate a helpline, which is kind of information about mental health resources and referrals and someone to check in with. And so if people call, his name's Fred, if people call Fred and they say, I want to have a clinical check-in, he will match them with a clinician, because we ask clinicians kind of what are their areas of practice, and we'll ask the person who's calling, and then we match them to kind of to do a clinical check-in for free. So that's one program we created due to COVID-19. My youngest child is just finished 8th grade, and she kept saying to me how disappointed she was. She had all these things lined up that were supposed to happen this spring, the last year of middle school, and all of them got canceled. And we kept talking about how sad she was and how she felt about all that. But her mom's a social worker. And I started to think back to my days in child welfare about how many kids were feeling the same thing, but didn't necessarily have a place to talk about that. A lot of parents say, well, it is what it is, get over it. That's not really helpful from a mental health perspective. So we created a teen text line for teenagers to be able to text and say, just kind of text, I'm up, whatever they're feeling. I'm really sad, I'm frustrated, I'm looking for this, my anxiety is really high. Do you have any thoughts on how I can manage that? Not a clinician. The 4 people who work at our college students who have been through a lot of different mental health trainings connected to NAMI. 2 of them are social work students. And so that operates from noon until 10 o'clock, 7 days a week.
Wow.
So that's brand new, completely new. And that, we really are trying to make sure that younger folks, the under 20 crowd feel like they have somewhere to go that isn't an adult telling them to just suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
So
That's huge.
That's the other thing. We've also been working, interestingly, with folks like the Fishermen Association, who were worried about the impact from a suicide prevention perspective. So we've gotten a new partnership with them, because we do all the suicide prevention training in communities related through our partnership with the Maine CDC.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. Those are some amazing initiatives and programs. So thank you for doing those. They're awesome.
You can share the website and the teen text line and things like that, and the graphics at the bottom when he puts all this together for us.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I think our last question is actually how to get in contact with NAMI and with you guys. And I can't remember if it's Jeff or Noel's turn to ask it.
I think
Is it yours, Jeff?
Yeah, it's me.
All right, go ahead.
All you, buddy.
What?
We have one question before that. Sorry. Go ahead.
What did the future look like for Nami Maine?
Well, I think, the thing that, because we have this unique role, we're not a community mental health provider. We really work to be the voice of people, right? When we fight for more access to mental health services, we're fighting from the perspective of individuals and families. If we fight for better reimbursement rates for providers, we're not providers, we're the families and the individuals. And so there's a NAMI in every single state. We are our own entities. We're not, like Nami Maine is very different than, say, Nami, Massachusetts. But so there's always more for us to do. And my goal is to continue to build a really solid operational infrastructure so that NAMI can respond to the needs of different communities as they present themselves. So, for instance, we owned a building. It was an old bank across the street from the old high school in Augusta. We were able to sell that about a year and a half ago and buy a building that's about 3 times larger.
Wow.
And renovate that. And so we own that without a mortgage. So my goal continues to be to create a solid entity that can be a good partner with other entities, with us holding our role of support, education, and advocacy around mental health. So I hope it's a bright future for NAMI.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it sounds like a bright future. It's exciting. And Noel, I think you have the last one before the lightning round.
Yes, I do. I bring home the bacon.
Bring home the bacon.
Bring it home there, buddy.
Getting locked out of your phone.
How can people
Is it contact Nami Maine?
yes,
Yeah.
best
Contact Nami.
So our phone number is, you can call there 622-5767, which I understand the numbers will be on the screen, and you can hit 1 if you want to talk to the helpline. You can also email. My email is just jenna@namimaine.org. And we have I have a great public relations person who's redone our website. And so a ton of information about what we do is on our website. But I always say to folks, if they think there's something NAMI should be doing that we're not doing, that they should just send me an email with their idea. Because we really do try to listen to what people with lived experience perspectives think we should be doing, as long as it's within our bucket. I've been given lots of ideas that are beautiful, but have nothing to do with what we do.
Right.
And so, that either calling us or emailing us or, looking at our website, there are lots of ways to kind of get connected to us. We also have local affiliates that once COVID is over, we have 7 local groups across the state that come together and meet. And so being connected to an affiliate because NAMI Maine is not really just an entity. NAMI Maine is a community because we have hundreds of volunteers, not just the staff who work in Augusta.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that sounds great. And again, Ryan will have all that shown on the screen, which is awesome. Well, I think those were all of the guys' regular questions. So guys, what is it time for now? Time for the
lightning round.
Okay, I'm ready.
And Jeff usually goes first in the lightning round, right, Jeff?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it. What's your first question?
A little bit more unscripted.
Yeah.
I think my first question is, what is the funniest part of your job?
Funniest.
The funniest part of my job is probably, that's a really hard question. The funniest part of my job. I think probably just the humor of my staff, I guess I would go with, because I'm very easily amused. I realize other people are more challenged to be amused. I'm pretty easily amused. And so I think my staff, especially we have a bunch of per diem trainers who are folks who just come in and do trainings for us. They work other places. So they're not always at NAMI. Some of them come in and think they're pretty funny. And people thinking they're funny is often enough to make me think it's funny. I'm not complicated about that. But so that would probably be the funniest part of my job.
Nice. Love it. Good question, Jeff. Noel, over to you for your lightning round question.
Yep, it is. What summer sweatshirt or no short sleeve shirt or a winter jacket?
Short sleeve shirt or a winter jacket?
Winter jacket. I have really low blood pressure, so I'm always cold.
Gotta stay warm. All right, Jeff, back to you.
Okay. Let me think here. Hot chocolate or cold chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Good one. Noel?
Yep. What was if you had a favorite celebrity in a movie, and if you go by get popcorn at a movie theater,
Start my lightning round.
what movie celebrity you like to see?
Is that
The
like
Rock.
Oh, nice.
He's my celebrity crush. The Rock.
Nice. That was a long-winded way to get there. I love that. Jeff, back to you.
What is your favorite restaurants?
Ooh.
Well, I love Italian food, but I also love crab ragoon from Chinese restaurants. So that's tough if I had to pick between an Italian restaurant, and I'm not picky, but so an Italian restaurant or crab ragoon, I'd probably pick Italian because I'd eat more diversity of food. I could eat a whole container of crab ragoon if left alone.
I think our friend Jeff could too. Right,
No.
Jeff? You don't eat crab ragoon? He loves Chinese food.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Noel, want to do one more?
Yep.
All right, go for it. Bring it home.
Let's see. Oh, okay. If you were in a park walking, and what would you would like to do? Run or walk?
Run or walk? Gotcha.
This is complicated because running, from a mental health perspective, running does certain things for your brain and walking does other things for your brain. So it probably would depend on how I was feeling that day, because walking is kind of meditative and reflective, and running releases endorphins that can elevate your mood. So when I feel sad, I try to make myself do some type of running or cardiovascular because it releases happy chemicals in my brain. But when I'm in a more settled place, then I would want to go for a walk because it's kind of meditative and calming. So
Nice.
I know that wasn't a simple answer.
No, that was great. Yeah.
Wasn't
Love
exactly a simple question either.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, yeah, I think those were all our questions we had, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I want to say thanks to Jenna for coming on the show.
I'm so thankful you guys had me come. It's awesome.
Thank you, Jenna. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Thank you
Jeff,
again.
yeah, of course. Jeff, want to close us out? Say we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Listeners like you.
Listeners like
Oh.
Twombly. Yay!
Yeah.
Our friend Lorraine at Priority Learning. Thanks for listening, Lorraine.
Thanks, Lorraine.
Okay. Jeff, we'll be
right back.
All right, we're back and it's time for
If you had a pole, you can dream of a no. La 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 dee dum da 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 da.
and the segment is called
Ask Noel.
Ask Noel. Pete, did we get an email from Mr. Noel today?
We sure did.
All
We got
right.
another week, another email. This
That's-
week
I love
is
it.
from Krista from Dexter.
Okay.
And she said she just started listening to the show, not a long time listener, but Krista says, "Dear Noel, it's almost Father's Day. Do you have any gift ideas that I could borrow for my dad? Thanks, Krista in Dexter, Maine."
Thanks, Krista.
Yeah,
What do you think,
Krista.
Noel?
But she's not parent.
What do you think, Noel?
Yeah. Do it on Amazon. Or
And get a dog, right?
yeah.
Get a dog and name it Amazon.
Yep.
Or you can also make something for your father.
Yeah, what could you make?
A paper flower?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to make a paper flower for your dad?
I don't know.
What are you getting for your dad?
I haven't thought of that yet.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Clock's ticking.
Krista's on her own then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. What are some other good father? Yeah. Yeah. What are some other good Father's Day gift ideas, Noel?
Make a card.
Oh, Susie
Good one,
coming in
Susie.
strong.
What else, Noel? What do you think?
Sing him a song.
Two for Susie.
No, I didn't even see you move your lips.
Yeah. Or you
Jeff's got some ideas.
Fear Factor
For them to
to do a fundraiser to help to get a Father's Day.
Okay.
Fundraiser to help you get a Father's Day gift?
Yeah, exactly. To help
I
pay
don't
for
think
it.
it works like that.
Let's go over to Jeff. Maybe Jeff has some good ideas. Look who's nice and close up.
There
Hey,
you go.
Jeff, we can see you.
Jeff, The question from Krista and Dexter is, she's looking for some good Father's Day gift ideas. Do you have any?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Krista is on her own.
Yeah. What do you usually get your dad for Father's Day, Jeff?
You not want to talk about it because he's around? You don't want to spoil a surprise? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes you get him windshield wiper fluid.
He's right here.
Okay.
What?
All right. Well, Susie, do you want to give some Father's Day gift examples for Krista? So we'll give her something.
Yes, I do.
All right. What are you going to get your dad for Father's Day, or what have you gotten him? Name 2 ideas.
At best.
One,
Where are you guys at? I can't see you.
we're spotlighting you so we all can see you real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what's a number 1 gift idea for Father's Day?
Number 1 is make him a nice card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And number 2?
Number 2,
Oh.
we take him out for dinner. Nice
Mhm.
drive.
Nice. A nice drive. Yeah. Those are great ideas.
And get him a gift, like a song.
Oh,
Write him a song. Good one.
all right.
All right. Well, this
Noel,
has been,
Noel, do you have an outro for us?
But what about a telegram?
I don't think telegrams are popular anymore.
sorry, Krista.
Yeah, Krista,
And
right
I
back with another question.
Yeah.
no and ask no.
All right. We'll be.
And Noel.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
My segment.
your segment, which is called
Yeah, it's judging with me.
Yakking with Jeff. And today, Jeff, we're going to play some Would You Rather games. Sound good?
Yes, and hey Pete,
Hey, Jeff.
are you ready for these games?
I am ready, my friend.
Okay, Pete, it's all up to you.
It's all up to me.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have some questions here, Jeff, but Pete can ask some too.
yes, I would like that.
Okay. First one up is, would you rather live for the rest of your life without mac and cheese or without pizza?
Hard one.
I say
This is his segment.
pizza.
You go
Pizza.
without pizza?
You like mac and cheese more?
No, I don't like that one.
Okay, so you'd go without mac and cheese then, yeah?
I'm
Yeah.
with Jeff. Without
Me
mac
too.
and cheese.
Can't live without pizza. What about you, Noel?
Oh, okay. Delivered out macaroni or pizza?
Yep. Well, we watched Jeff make faces.
I can live without macaroni.
Me too. What about you, Susie?
Well, I live out with pizza. I go with mac and cheese.
Really? Oof, I could
Yes.
never live without pizza.
Good.
All right. Pete, you want to do one next?
Sure, Jeff. What about on the same topic? What if you had to go without either sushi, no more sushi, or no more chips?
Ooh.
Ooh.
What was that, Pete?
Which one would you go without? You can't have any more sushi, or you can't have any more potato chips.
Potato chips.
Yeah,
I'd go without sushi.
No, I'm not doing it.
I'd go without chips.
Noel?
But yeah, Noel.
I will go without chips.
Mm.
I think
Oh, I think Susie.
chips.
Chips, yeah.
Chips is the best.
Ooh. Well, I got a tough one for Jeff. Would you go without sushi for the rest of your life, or would you go without Oreos for the rest of your life?
I don't know.
You don't know. It's a tie.
Yeah.
Okay. Pete, got another one? All right, Pete, you got a question?
Sure do. Okay, Jeff, you have to choose. You can go without you have to choose one to go without. Do you go without watching sports on TV, which we're all sort of doing right now, or without video games
Ooh.
for the rest of your life?
No, actually, I like video games.
He does like video games. What's your favorite video game?
Hockey.
NHL 98?
No, it's the NHL 12. Hockey.
2012.
Nothing wrong with NHL 98.
Okay.
Specific question.
Yeah.
What was that, Pete?
Jeff, I have a question for you.
Ooh, Whitney.
Yes, my favorite Whitney.
Would you rather, for work, have to shovel or have to mow the lawn?
Ooh.
Every day.
Mow the lawn.
Yeah.
I thought you'd pick
I
that.
thought you'd pick that too.
Me too.
All right. Want to do one more, Pete? You got one?
Sure. Jeff, would you rather be trapped in a room with one squirrel or trapped in a room with 100 fruit flies?
Oh.
Probably one squirrel.
Really? I miss you going out to the dumpster and screaming when you see a squirrel, Jeff. Wish we could be back at the office.
I would yell me back then. I'm a whole me.
Oh, good. We wouldn't even recognize you anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's it for Yakking with You, Jeff. Want to say we'll be
right back.
STRIVECast is brought to you by
Strive Rock 2020.
STRIVECast 2020. Woohoo!
Virtual edition.
Yeah.
Pete, you want to tell them about STRIVECast 2020?
StriveRocks
Watch the
2020
guys have
virtual
dance
edition
moves.
coming right up. It's going to be July 17th. It's a Friday night. It starts at 8 o'clock in the evening. It will run until this 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be with us all night, raising funds, having a great time for a good cause, Strive. So you can check it out, striverocks.org. Our own podcast own Ryan Taylor created the website, so check it out. StriveCast is a proud supporter of Strive Rocks 2020 Virtual Edition. We've got bands and games and special guests throughout the night and theme hours and lots of things. $20 to attend, $25 if you want a t-shirt, and then there's lots of other fundraising levels to get additional bonus things, as well as prizes for the top fundraisers and the top team. So check it all out, striverocks.org. You guys want to show me your best dance moves real quick?
That was quick, Mom.
There you go, Jeff. Thank
Go
you.
ahead, Noel. Show us your best dance moves.
Suze, you got any moves?
Of course, Peter. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's like a workout video,
Oh
I think.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, and Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
All right, we're back, and it's time for
Susie's Cues.
Susie's Cues. And Susie, what are we playing today?
Well, today, for Zach, Kelly, today we are playing Podcast Family Feud.
Podcast Family Feud.
All right.
Okay. Pete, who are the teams?
I don't know what we like the teams to be. Susie does not have the answer. She just has the questions. So she can
Okay.
play as well.
I know the
We can-
teams are me, Rick, and Olivia, the boys, Jeff, Ryan, Noel, and Pete.
All right, girls versus boys.
I'll help referee because I've
Okay.
got the answer. So really,
Yeah.
just Ryan, Jeff, and Noel will get started.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Susie, you want to read the first question?
Of course,
Go ahead.
this for the ladies.
For the ladies.
Yeah, and we'll play Family Feud rules. So you guys get a chance to go, and then the gentleman will get a chance to put out one answer to try to steal.
Okay.
If that works for.
Okay, and first I need to do my theme song.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Susie. You're absolutely right. Theme song. Ahem.
Music cues. I love Susie's cute. And I love Family Feud.
Ooh, yeah. Feud and cues
Here we
kind of
go.
rhymes.
Time for podcast Family Feud.
All right.
All right, Suze, you want to read the first one?
Of course.
Thank you.
Each person gives their first answer.
Oh, this is the rule.
Can't be revealed.
Answers can't be repeated.
Whose score matches highest score answers wins. That means both of you guys.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
All right, we're ready.
Move
Oh, you
on.
get three strikes here too. That's the thing. So, go ahead.
Name something that makes you itch.
Okay, and guys, pay attention too, because
Okay.
something that makes you itch. Who's gonna go first for the ladies? How about Whitney?
You. Yeah, go ahead, Whit.
I would say poison ivy.
Poison ivy is the number one answer.
Wow.
4 points.
Okay.
I
We
was
asked
gonna,
100 people.
I was gonna steal it.
Well, you can't
Like
steal
doing-
it until they get 3 strikes. All right.
Okay.
We have 6 answers on the board, by the way.
Okay.
All right, Liv. Something that makes you.
Itchy sweater, wool sweater.
That is correct. That is the number 6 answer.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know
Job,
how many
Liv.
people said that, and I can't do the math that quickly, but that is number 6. So we still
All
have
right.
5 on the board. Susie,
Right.
what's something that makes you itch? Susie?
Hello.
Susie, what is something that makes you itch?
Your turn.
Plant.
Plant. I think we've already got poison ivy.
Yeah,
So
want to pick another thing?
yeah, one more quick one, Suze. Okay, that's a strike. And okay,
Okay, we'll go back to Whit.
I forgot.
that's okay. It's all right. Whit, something that makes you
Some sort of bug bite.
mosquito
Ooh,
bite is the number 2 answer with 20 points.
nice.
Whitney is
All
carrying
right.
the ladies. Over to Liv. Something that
Something that makes you itch.
you've got
Oh
the
man.
3rd, 4th, and 5th answers.
Bed bugs.
That is close enough to the number 5 answer. We'll give you that.
Great.
Fleas, but we'll go fleas / bed bugs.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Okay, you got it.
AP, how about us?
Oh,
They
it's
get
almost your
a couple
turn.
more strikes. There's 2 more answers left.
All right,
The number
Suze, what do you
3
think? What's
and the
something
number
else?
4 answers. Susie,
What?
focus. Your turn.
Okay.
It's your game, girl.
I thought this was girls versus boys. You're acting like you're not on our team.
Okay, something that makes you itch.
I am, girls.
All right. What's something that makes you itch, Suze?
Got dry skin.
Ooh, dry skin.
I thought she said Scott.
We'll give you that.
Yeah?
Yep.
I said
We'll
dry
say we'll get that is rash.
this.
Rash. Yeah, that'll do
That
it. All
counts. That's the number 4 answer.
right, can we guess the last one?
So there's only one left. It's the number 3 answer, and I think it's back to Whitney.
Bring it home, Whit. Just like cornhole.
Mm.
Sink it.
Possums.
It's not right. We'll count that one for the win.
I don't think it's possum.
I don't think so either.
Good thought. Gentlemen, be
Can
thinking
I-
field here.
Can I get help from the ladies?
Yep.
I
I
said
forgot what's
poison ivy.
Yeah, that was we already got that one.
Poison
That was
ivy
the
was the
one.
number 1 answer, already on the board.
Dry skin, rash.
So far, you've said poison ivy, mosquito bite, rash, fleas / bed bugs, and wool.
Allergies.
Allergies? It is hives. That is close enough.
Nice, Susie.
Good job,
Good
Susie.
job.
The ladies get the first round.
Yes.
All right. Ding, ding,
All right,
ding.
we're going to go over to the men here.
I
Ready?
should've-
All right,
still-
gentlemen. Name a
Good.
sound that makes people cover their ears.
Ba- 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 ba-
That is a strike.
Fire alarm.
Ooh.
All right, fire alarm. Oh, fire alarm is actually not on there. So,
Oh,
so that
some
would be
people really do though.
all right, Jeff.
It's not
Sound
survey.
that makes people cover their ears.
Loud sound.
Hold on, Susie.
Um,
It's his turn.
How about screech?
Screech is on the board. It is the number 7 answer, and 6
Nice.
people said screech. So you got
All
it.
right.
There's
Good job,
one.
Jeff.
Yeah.
All right, Noel, back to you.
Screech from Saved by the Bell.
We've already said screech. Name
Yeah.
a noise or a sound that makes people cover their ears. We asked 100 people, and we've got 8 answers on the board.
Fire alarm. And
Fire alarm is still not there.
in a truck.
Our truck.
Fire truck.
I guess in
Siren,
sirens.
siren is the number 1 answer. We'll give you that. We worked hard to get it, but we'll go for it. Siren is on the board. So you've got answers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 remaining. Ryan, over to you. A sound that makes people cover their ears.
Maybe like loud,
Fire alarm.
Susie, it's not our turn.
Fire turn.
like screeching, screaming.
Yelling and screaming is number 5.
Nice.
You got it. All right. And Susie, you got number 6 for the guys because she shouted out fireworks. That is on the board as well.
Oh. So
Okay,
she-
Pete.
Yep, Jeff,
And you're not.
Yes, Pete.
your
Yeah,
turn.
Pete.
Name a sound that makes people cover their ears.
How about clown horn?
Oh, Lord.
Clown horn. Crazy specific and unfortunately not on the board.
Oh, I know. Possum.
Ham sandwiches.
Okay, Noel, your turn. Sound that makes people cover their ears.
Loud.
We're at 2 strikes for the boys. So, Noel, you're going to strike out and the girls are going to get a chance to steal. You don't get this.
Saxophone.
Saxophone is not on the board. That is strike 3. And it's over to the girls to steal.
All right.
Put your heads
What?
together, ladies, and come up with something quickly.
They didn't, I don't know if they said ambulance. I don't know if siren counts for that. What do you think,
I
Whit?
think it would. I
Oh.
think maybe thunder.
Thunder. Anyone
Yeah.
just want to say thunder?
Magic sound.
Thunder.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Thunder is not on the board.
Oh!
Now you get the point.
Oh,
So we've got the number 1 answer you guys said was siren. We also have number 2, explosion. Fingernails on the chalkboard.
Ooh.
Number 4, gunshot.
Ooh.
Number 5, screaming or yelling. Got that. Number 6, Susie got to the guys. Fireworks or firecrackers. Number 7, Jeff got screeching or squealing. And number 8 was airplane.
Oh.
Mm.
Foghorn.
Okay, so
Hard one.
how about we do one more as a tiebreaker? Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Almost out of time for this episode. Okay, so this goes back to the ladies, and if you get it,
Pick, pick.
this is a long one with 10 things on the board. We asked 100 people to name something that kids do that grown-ups would look pretty silly doing.
Oh.
Kids do that
I
grown-ups
know this
would
one
look
is.
silly doing. All right,
All
Susie,
right.
you're up first.
Gotcha.
Wait, you're up.
You can go first. You said you knew it.
Yeah, Susie,
Yeah, go ahead, Sus.
Top 10 answers on the board.
I got one. Sus, I got one for you.
Oh, she lost one again.
Name something that kids do that grown-ups would
Not
look
me.
pretty silly doing.
How
Yeah.
about wearing a diaper?
Wearing a diaper.
Wearing a diaper is not on there.
What?
That's like one.
What?
I guess that
I
would be
think I
like
have one.
babies.
I think I
Right,
have
go ahead.
one.
Hey, Whit, go ahead. Let's
Having like a temper tantrum.
Mm.
having a temper tantrum, not on the list.
Oh.
This list is whack.
What's
Come
the
on,
again?
girls. Come on, team.
All right, sorry,
You're good,
Susie.
Susie.
Go ahead, Suze.
What is it?
Name something that kids do that grown-ups would look pretty silly doing.
Oh, that's the question.
Boys, get ready. Gentlemen, get ready to steal.
Okay.
I got one, Pete.
You got one, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to it for now.
Okay.
What do you think, Suze? What do kids do that grown-ups don't do?
Oh.
Go your phone.
Hmm?
What?
I said throwing their own phone.
Throwing their own phone.
That is not on the list, and that is
Bummer.
the third strike. So it's over to the gentleman for the chance to steal. 10 answers on the
Right.
board.
I guess
How about vulgar language?
Kids
that's
do
the other way
not.
around, though.
Why don't you guys talk as a team and pick one answer?
Okay. Not that.
Like me.
Oh,
and-
stealing a candy wrapper from a baby.
I think Jeff
No, it's the other way around.
Maybe Ryan has
Something
a
a kid does,
answer.
that
something
a
that kids do that
grown-up
grown-ups look pretty silly doing.
looks so. Yes, that's the other way around, though.
What do you
so
think,
anyways,
Ryan?
I'm thinking like maybe not paying your bills. Kids don't pay bills; they don't have responsibilities. Also, they don't have responsibilities like adults.
You-
So they
you-
look silly not paying their bills.
Jeff, do you have one too?
yes. I'm going with Ryan's answer.
So not paying your bills.
Not on the list. So
Oh.
combined, out of the 10, we got 0.
Oh, man.
Here we go.
Right.
I think
To
the
us.
ladies get that point and the victory.
What's the question
Number
again?
1, playing hopscotch. Number 2, jumping rope. Number
Oh.
3, playing with dolls. Number 4, somersaults and cartwheels. Number 5, crawling. Number 6, playing in the dirt or mud. Number 7, finger painting or coloring.
Mm.
Number 8, riding a bicycle or a tricycle. Number 9, marbles. And number 10, blowing bubbles.
Oh.
What's the question again, Peter?
Something that kids do that grown-ups would look pretty silly doing.
All right.
I guess today though, grown-ups
Oh.
wouldn't look silly coloring though. There's adult coloring books.
Right.
That's right. I like to color.
I like to color too. All right. Well, that concludes our Susie's cues. So, Susie, you want to sing us out?
Of course.
Ladies, once
Uh,
again, victorious.
Dubs.
Susie Q's. I love my segment. Plays the team. That means as we won.
Love it.
Susie's Q's.
Susie's cues. And Jeff will be.
We'll be right back.
All right. We're back and it's time to.
Wrap it up.
Wacky, wacky, wacky up.
And with the dog, we're going to wrap it up. So thank you so much to Jenna Mehnert for coming on the STRIVEcast today and talking to us all about the good work that Nami Maine does. That was an awesome interview. Thanks so much to Ryan, our sound and video engineer, for putting the show together both visually and audibly. Thanks so much to our producing team of Suze and Whitney for helping us stay on track and putting the show together.
Right.
And
Yeah.
want to give one more quick shout out for STRIVEcast 2020?
Sure.
Yes.
2020.
What are they gonna?
Register. We're asking people if they can register in the next week if they would like to get their T-shirt in advance. If everybody can still register all the way right up until moments before the event starts. But if they'd like to have their shirt in advance, then they need to do it by next Friday, I believe, which is the 17th, 1 month prior to the event. So go to striverocks.org right now and do it.
It's right now. All right. Anything else we want to say, guys, or that's it?
I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank
All right.
you. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
I miss you guys. I miss you all.